Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ayu Zahira binti Darwes. My metric number is 1210038. Today I would like to present about Dramatism theory by Kenneth Burke. The theory compares communication with a drama. As for dramas, a situation, script, and actor are required. The same thing is demanded by Dramatism business communication theory. This theory is presented by Kenneth Burke as a meta method of analyzing human relationship, and this indicates that a successful rhetorical critic is the one who provides meaningful communication to its rhetoric by developing a sense of identity among them. A bit about Burke. Burke started his career as a writer, writing about, critiquing, and interpreting Shakespeare. Even though he left Columbia University without a degree, he was a renowned critic, theorist, and author by the time he passed away in 1993. In fact, Burke has an entire society that was named after him. The dramatic theory emerged in the communication field in 1950 by rhetorician Kenneth Burke. This theory seeks to understand the social use of language. The theory tries to understand human motive and what makes them act in a certain way. Burke views language as a strategy to respond to a specific situation. To him, language is symbolic. Kenneth liked describing dramatism as what he saw when people open their mouth. Needs. The theory has three lenses by which one can view life. These three, the gradation cycle: dramatic, painted, and identification. A painted has 6 elements, which is act, purpose, scenes, agency, agent, and attitude. Here the explanation about 6 elements. First, act. What? What has done? According to Burke, the act of the painted is which names what took place in thought or deed. Second, since, when, and where. According to Burke, the since is defined as the background of an act, the situation in which it occurred. Next, agent. By whom? Who did it? Burke defines the agent as what person or kind of person performed the act. The fourth is agency. How? Which is associated with method and technologies. Burke defines the agency as what instrument or instruments he used. Next, a purpose. Why? Why it happened? This is associated with motive behind the behavior, which is the main focus of the analysis. Last but not least, the attitude. The attitude is the preparation prior to performing an act. To evaluate the theory, I found that the theory of dramatism is not being clear enough to attract criticism. Burke was superficial, obtuse, and did not go into many details. The theory intense reading is required for one to understand his various volumes. This is because he used very many vocabularies. These are also specialized, meaning he attached to phrases and words. This means that a lot of interpretation is needed to understand his work. This theory is too wide. Some of these difficulties have been attributed to the penetration of his thought and the compactness of his writing. For the example that we can see today is, for instance, this simple red rose in reality is a one-of-a-kind flower, but through dramatism, it creates a meaning or symbol. For when you give a red rose to a person, it shows love and care. The advantage, what Burke understood, was that in order to effectively persuade an audience, any audience, whether it is one person or million of people, whether it be training desired, new attitudes and cultural behaviors, work task performance, or convincing a potential customer that your product or service is better than competition. It cannot be done effectively through conscience. It must be done by changing the worldview of the audience. For disadvantage, this theory is difficult to understand the metaphor if the meaning can't be explained by the words. In conclusion, the theory of dramatic theory has been in many fields. Its tenet have been used in advertising, industry, and even education. Though complex, this theory is worth than effort because it is the work of a genius. Because theory requires a diligent scholar to understand lessons that can be derived from it. The reasoning for Burke to emphasize his theory as literal relate to the reason to why others claim it to be metaphorical. The issue lies in the understanding of language, power as a symbol itself. Burke emphasized the power and impact of literal speech in addition to the recognition of the possibility of the theory as metaphorical.